Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft. What am I doing? What am I doing right now? I'm manoeuvring the slime block around and things behind me like my elytra or those signs are appearing through it. How very peculiar. A bug report is required. That's a strange one, isn't it? Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft. We have been pranked by the Vex and we're going to clean couple of parts of this up. Not everything in one day. I'm not sure what parts of this prank I want to keep and which parts I want to get rid of. Although I do know I want to get rid of that hideous 5,000 sign. This is not the 5,000 club. And I want to get rid of this pool in the middle here as well so we can see our farm down below. And it can continue to run at full efficiency. Not like we need it or anything. And while I'm cleaning this out, I wanted to have a chat with you about the two series that I'm running on my channel now. So I've ended all of my modded Minecraft series. They've sort of come to their natural conclusion. And I feel like I want to take a break from playing modded Minecraft. I've really kind of burned out on that. I find when you play modded Minecraft, it sort of drags you into playing the mods rather than being creative and coming up with your own ideas, which is what Minecraft encourages. So I kind of want to get back to doing that. I also don't think I gave myself enough slime blocks here. So we're going to be playing Hermitcraft and Let's Play Minecraft together on this channel from now on for the foreseeable future. And the Let's Play Minecraft Together series, the feedback on that has just been wonderful. So many people are really liking the idea, the concept. They're enjoying seeing the administration stuff as well as just playing, some survival Minecraft on the server. So I wanted to thank everyone for the feedback. And if you're watching Hermitcraft thinking I don't want to watch more survival Minecraft, check out the Together series. It really is going to be an amazing project, and there is a lot of development going on over there to turn it into really something special. And also we have a Discord community that is public for anyone to join. If you'd like to join our public Discord, discord.gg/asuma, and you can join our community. Now you will need to register using Minecraft Java Edition. If you don't have Java Edition Minecraft, you can also register with a Twitch account, which is where I live stream, twitch.tv/asuma. So if you'd like the sound of that, go to the discord.gg/asuma website and join us today. Anyway, got the water taken care of here. Let's mine out all of these other blocks. My shears here are about to break, and then I'm reminded of something. We've got 5 durability there, so let's crank open some new shears. This is something that you could always do with tools like this that you don't break. I'm not sure if you can even put mending on shears. You can probably put unbreaking on. I'm pretty sure that works on it. In fact, mending probably would work. But who would put that on shears? Anyway, so once we use this a bunch of times, we now got 209. So if we combine those together, we then get 225, not 214. You get 11. Is that extra durability? So whenever you're getting through items like this, if you combine them together, you get a few extra uses. I mean, I've got an iron farm and an endless amount of iron, so it's not really a problem, but it just kind of crossed my mind. So on to this episode's project. To complete this floor down here, we need another farm. We've got the cocoa bean farm, the sugarcane farm. Over on this side, the cactus farm, our most recent one, with some really nice prismarine blocks. Man, these look great right here. This thing is producing lots of cactus and putting the dye straight into our storage system up top. And this is where we load in sticks. And last time I checked, this actually had some sticks inside of it. Let's see if the hopper below does. It doesn't. Next to it, though, I did do some AFKing over at the witch farm. And we've got a whole bunch of fuel, which we're going to go ahead and dump into here. So that thing can keep using that as fuel. So this area of the base has already been dug out. I did a live stream some time ago. Just did the grindy work. I love doing that on live streams. And this is all ready for us to build a nether wart farm. The reason I want to build a nether wart farm is because I don't really build with the red nether brick and the nether wart blocks. And I don't know, it just seemed like a cool project to do. And during that live stream, I started getting a little bit inspired for the design. So I kind of wanted to show you what we figured out on the stream. You want to have something like this. This is probably going to look very similar because the concept is kind of similar, right? You push the blocks back and forth and the nether wart pops off. Thing is though, we're not just building like an isolated design. That's going to be the entire floor of this area from one side to the other. So this is going to be absolutely massive. Now, the way that we activate this thing is to power one side, it pushes them across, and then it's just going to push them back again. But what I wanted to do was make this seamless, so when you're sort of standing on the edges of the farm, you don't see a gap open when the piston pushes across. So if we put a carpet there, you won't see the piston arm. Problem is, when it comes back, it pops off the carpet, which we're actually going to end up not using, basically. If I just break this piston, though, and push it back by 1 block, there we go. I think I need to do the same thing at the other end. The solution to this is to have a block in front of it. I've done this totally wrong. Yeah, put a block there, then the carpet's going to go here. So we kind of like waste 1 soul sand. We go all the way to the back, we put a carpet on top of that, and then this just needs to go back by 1 block. Okay, so it would look like this. So you're wasting 1 soul sand because it's underneath there, but when you extend, that block stays underneath so the carpet doesn't pop off. And then when you do it the other way, it stays there as well. So that's pretty cool. The thing is, then I started playing around with, you know, the feel of a room where you've got a wall and you've just got 1 block to walk on, that being the carpet. I remember why I wanted to use carpet now, because, yeah, you have to jump up. So with carpet, you wouldn't. And this is what it feels like when it's 1 wide. The thing is, you probably can actually just go and walk on the soul sand as well, especially if you've got carpet there. You'll be able to jump up onto it. So eventually I started to think that actually having a 2 wide walk area over the edge was the best. But maybe not. Maybe actually 1 wide would be fine. You see, the thing is, if we were to make it 2 wide, we would either have to double up on the amount of extra blocks after the piston before the soul sand on either end, or we could just put slabs up here and then not worry about that whole thing at all. But yeah, now that I've gone and built that up a little bit more, I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. And this, if it were to be carpets, you'd be able to walk straight off of the soul sand onto it as well. So I reckon actually what we're going to go ahead and do is this thing right here. So, temporary nether wart farm. I figured we're probably going to want to decorate these with red blocks. Blocks made from nether warts, right? Like the walls and the ceilings and all of those bits. So we should probably start growing this stuff straight away. So I've been putting down markers with these stone bricks, although those stone bricks are actually just always going to be stone bricks like on every other room. I think they're all done with stone bricks. Anyway, getting distracted. This is where the wall will be. You can see we've got our little entrances. It's the exact same layout we've done on the other farms. And then behind the wall, we've got our 1 row of carpet. Then we're going to have 7 soul sand going across, another row of carpet, and then a wall here, which makes me think I might have miscalculated something because we have 2 blocks free. So I'm guessing that maybe it wasn't 7, it was 9. But I'm trying to base this on the Cactus Farm dimensions. Basically, the room will be the exact same size. So that'll be our carpet. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and carpet again. So yeah, it looks like I did actually over dig. But it'll basically be like this, right? The sand around the outside is carpet, and then soul sand in the middle. So my friends, I've taken a trip to the Nether, gathered loads of soul sand, loads of the stuff, and slowly been expanding this farm. It is all coming together very well. But over here you'll see that we've got slabs. What is going on? Well, I now know how I ended up with the conclusion of using slabs. It is because of space constraints. We are putting the pistons down there. We don't want them to be visible, so they can't come a block further forward. And because of that, we don't also want to put them a block further back, because then we'll see them on the other side, which means we can't have the carpets there. That's how we ended up on the slabs, and I decided we'll do the slabs. We won't do something silly like make it bigger and have both slabs and carpet. This will do just fine. It is a small thing, the whole you got to jump to get off of the slabs, right? That's not a bother. Anyway, let's talk about how we're going to pick up items here. We're going to pick them up from down below, and I kind of realised that I had one idea in my head which we're probably going to use, but I had sort of the wrong thinking. Let me explain. We want to pick up the items that land on the soul sand. So the nether wart pops off, land on the soul sand, and then we want to pick it up. We can actually get it with a hopper like that, because this is technically lower than a full block, so the item will sit slightly sunk into the block. That means the hopper can pick it up. Now that's going to be a lot of hoppers, right? So the alternative is to put down rails and have a minecart hopper go underneath. That will also pick up the items, but it could also pick up the items of a full block, because the minecart will be sitting on top of the rails, so it'll be able to pick up items on top of it. And yeah, I had that in my mind and then came over here and realized you could do it with hoppers as well. I doubt I will change my mind, because it will be an intense amount of hoppers to craft and make to put under here. So what we'll have is rows of these minecarts. We'll probably have them go from left to right, and each one will have its own minecart, something like that. But before we get too into that, I think we need to figure out how we're going to power these pistons. I think we got a way how to do this. It's kind of pricey. It's going to involve a ton of these. I am sort of wondering if maybe I could have powered them from somewhere else. Well, the way I'm looking at it is that these are all going to have blocks around them, right? So if we could power the blocks behind them, because these could be full blocks, we're still probably going to need something that sends the signal upwards. Now, a load of redstone torches pointing into a block means a load of complicated logic with repeaters pointing into them and extending a signal down the length of this corridor. Because remember, redstone only goes as far as 15, or is it 16 blocks, and then you've got to repeat the signal length. So what we can do is have a bunch of blocks down here that have redstone on top of them. Now, because I was just crafting, I used all of it up. But, well, you heard it right there. Placing the block activated it. Slight problem we might run into is activating this thing twice. We've got to think about that. But a redstone signal can run all the way down these blocks, and we can extend it with a repeater. And the signal passing through should get detected by this thing. I'm going to grab some wire here so we can see this visually. Okay, so very simple concept. We have a signal at one end and it runs all the way down through these wires. We can extend the length of the signal using the repeater. If we power this, it sounded like everything got activated once. We unpower it, everything gets activated again. If we can make a signal, and I've just realized how we can make one, that is short enough, it might go through the whole signal powering everything once. If we grab a redstone block, just swap this around, and we put it at the end of those blocks, down here, put a piece of redstone there. This is going to create like a one-tick pulse. Nice. Nice. That's the solution. That'll do the job. Let's watch that again, okay? I'm going to stand here. Nice. Awesome. So we can send a one-tick signal down this side. Then we can send it down the other side and use the same method over there. The one thing you may have noticed, though, is that the repeater means there's a bit of delay here, right? So the whole thing isn't going to be done synchronized. And that's fine, I don't have a complaint. I've also got a curiosity. What happens if we have a 2-tick delay there? It kind of looked like the one with the repeater activated twice. Or maybe not. Let's put a 4-tick delay on it. Yeah, then it pulses twice, which we don't want. But if we have it on one, it's going to be absolutely fine. Okay then, well, that is a solution. I think what we'll end up doing is putting the redstone down. Well, actually, I need to find out, like, do we have space to put the redstone clock? Also, where's the unloading going to go for the minecarts? There's just some stuff to figure out at the moment. I'm doing some redstone testing right now. I didn't really think about it. I should probably hit record. I've just added in a sticky piston down the bottom here so we can make a one-tick pulse to go in that direction. And this one will be one tick after that one, which probably isn't going to be enough. Let's go and look at what's going on here. So the soul sand is in the incorrect position to start with. When I do that, they fire so quickly that those ones over there didn't push back. So what we're going to do, actually it kind of looks like some blocks are missing, which reminds me there used to be some blocks here. So that'll help with testing. Okay, so before we go and change anything, let's actually do it again. So we press that, and it did push it back. Wow, so it will work very quickly and very snappy like that. No, it works each time you press it, so then it will come back that way. So it's kind of like a T flip-flop. So we're probably going to need more than one extra tick, but we'll start with just the one, so we can make this thing as efficient with redstone ticks as possible. So let's see what happens. Oh, look at that, it only needs 2. Goes across, comes back. That's exactly what we want. Although the blocks kind of flicker a little bit, we will always see soul sand, right? We need to have some slabs right here. I noticed that there was a gap, and I thought, that's not right. So let's jump up, spin around. Excellent. You always see soul sand here. Cool. Alright then, so the next step for us is to now put in the minecart stuff. We've got the redstone over on that side, which doesn't take up a lot of space. And I think we've got more space to work with over here. So this is going to be the end of the line for the minecart rails, which we're going to build out of stone bricks. They are going to go from there over to here. Yep, that looks about right. So there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That sounds right, doesn't it? 7 of those rails going from this side all the way to the other end. We are looking good up here, right? We're not ready to go just yet, but I've been working away like a soldier, Putting in all of those rails, decided to start putting these down on top because this ain't going to activate until we press the button over there. So we might as well get these growing, and then when we finish building this thing, it will be ready for harvest. But I'll finish planting down those in a second. Let's stick our nose underneath this thing. You can see the rails go all the way down. There's not too much to explain about this other than you have to carefully place them so that they don't connect and face the wrong direction. So that's why we got some of them sticking out over here. But the next thing that we need to do is unload them, and this actually should be fairly simple. I don't have powered rails on me for some reason. I decided to put those back, but around here, or maybe further on, in fact probably right here would be fine, we need to have a hopper like that with a minecart there and a powered rail on top of it. Sorry, a minecart, a comparator. A comparator there. And then we need to get that signal around into this thing to power it. Or better yet, actually we need to invert that signal and then power it. So if there are items passing through here, and an important detail, we can't have another hopper underneath, so it'll probably be a dropper there. Because we've got to tile these side by side, we can't use chests. So if there are items going through there, this thing will turn on. So then we want the rail here to turn off. So we need to get a signal out of here going into this block that is inverted. So I need to clear out a little bit of space, figure out the logic, and build this thing. It should be really straightforward, you know. So nothing's changed apart from all the nether wart growing. Decided to take a break for a bit, but left myself logged in so all of this could grow. All we got to do, I think, is throw down some minecart hoppers. Oh no, you're going already, are you? Please don't get stuck. Why are they doing that? They won't get stuck because fortunately there is the redstone there directly in front of it. It could cause another problem though, which is that when we activate this it all goes wrong. Anyway, let's go ahead and activate this and see this thing in action. So like I was doing last time, I need to stand here and swing around quickly. And it only went so far. That's very interesting. That probably means the signal didn't make its way down to the end. Now why would it only go so far? That's rather strange. So apparently I can't count properly. Let's try that again. Hey, there we go. It goes all the way down to the end. And you can see the nether warts disappearing. That's really efficient. It's kind of got on everything. It looks like there's some on the edge, but actually they're on the slabs. So that requires the player to go around and do this after. Now, if this were a farm of your own, you don't need these slabs here. This could be a wall, and that means that all the items fall down onto the soul sand and it all gets picked up. But because of aesthetic reasons, I've decided to put this ring around it, and I don't mind. I don't mind having to do a lap to go and pick up all of the nether wart and replant this thing. Alright, all replanted. 308 spots for nether wart. And oh, look at that, all the minecarts came back. Excellent, this is looking perfect, isn't it? And we've almost filled up that, however, it's still filling up. Let's just go along. Oh wow, we get a lot of nether warts from this thing. That is really good to see. Looks like we are ready for design decisions now. Obviously, we're going to go with nether wart themed blocks. I've started off with the nether brick slab around the inside here. We're going to have some sort of material down here. I put down the stone brick, so if ever I'm digging underneath, I know what it is. And I'm thinking, actually, maybe we'll extend the nether brick down, so then there's that transition across there. Yeah, but anyway, this thing is up and running. Very simple item elevator. The nether warts go into the side, and then they go up to the chest at the top. And I figured that since this thing doesn't really yield more than a chest, we'd only ever need one chest. So that does its job just fine. Speaking of which, it's almost filled up. So the farm is smaller on this side than it is on the other side. That's because I made like a miscalculation with putting in the walls. I think what I can do is actually just push this back over by one block, right? Like we got room for soul sand underneath those blocks. We just go down to this end. You'll see that it goes over by one block. Also, yeah, there's a bunch of netherrack there in the middle. Aha, see? It's one wider. I thought I would try netherrack in here. Boy, oh boy, does that look ugly. We're getting rid of it. So I reckon what we'll do is nether brick on the ground. The walls are made out of this material. And then the ceiling can be made out of the nether wart blocks. Alrighty-o, let's move around here. Let's weave in and out and check out the feel of this build. Nice, isn't it? Very simple. Nice kind of gradient. It gets a little bit more red as you go up, but then it's kind of dark up there. On the inside, it's got the walls around the edges, got some red wall up here because as I was filling in the nether wart around the outside, I realised I'm going to run out of this stuff. and so I decided to use red wool. The lamp over on the side lines up with these lamps. It looks a little bit silly, and we talked about how one end was off from the other. I ended up making this one shorter because it was longer, and that meant 2 blocks here and 2 blocks there. And I do wonder, do I really care about that sort of stuff? Because I'm never going to see this too often, other when I need nether warts, of which we have a few at the moment. After building all of that and tidying up and getting everything done, yeah, we got that much at the moment, and I need to find some other builds that I'm going to use nether warts for. But anyway, that is going to be it for me this episode of Hermitcraft. If you have enjoyed it, then leave a like. As always, thank you for the support, and I'll see you in the next one. So ciao for now. Bye bye.